guys doing?
How's it
Great
going?
to see you.
Hey, it's great to see you too.
Make one of those. Make one of those. Had a clear room and one easy. Did we lose power anywhere? Lose power? Dude, I mean, at any one time. It changed something. It was like, I know, it's really strange.
1 2 1 2. That sounds okay, doesn't it? Am I right there? That okay? All right. Really hated to see her leave, but I loved to watch her walk away. She's gotten used to being free, and now she's well on her way. A coach ticket to her hometown, and a coach purse in light green. She said it matched her formal gown she wore as homecoming queen. I could tell she was gone when she put her sunglasses on. I always wondered if we'd pull through, if we just gave it some time. But love is better when it's brand new and not aged like fine wine. It'll hurt till it don't hurt no more. And now her back is to the wind. She pulled out of here at 4:20 with her blackberry smoke and a shit-eating grin. And I could tell she was gone. She put her sunglasses on. I wish her well, only the best. Sun in her eyes, she's headed west. She packed her bags, she left a mess. Stomped out mad, puffed out chest, shiny lips. She slammed the door, them lips ain't kissing me no more. I could tell she was gone. She put her sunglasses on. I could tell she was gone. She put her sunglasses on. Thank you. Does that sound okay? Everybody hear everything good? Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Mr. Jeff Lane, we'd like to welcome everybody to Old Raleigh's Pub. This is one of the coolest house concert venues in the whole wide world.
It's awesome.
Yeah. We'd like to thank our host, Mr. O himself, Raleigh, for having us. And we'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming. And we'd like to thank let's see where they at. Everybody out on the net.
Hey, Net.
Hey, Net. So I hope everybody's feeling good. My name is Justin Mychals, and we are here to entertain you and feed you moonshine and all that good stuff. We're going to do our best to, we've got a whole bunch of stuff, and hopefully you'll like us by the end of the night well enough to want to buy a couple of CDs and some T-shirts and all kinds of stuff like that. I want to do a song for you called Down South because I've been stuck in a damn snowstorm for 2 days. A friend of mine came up and called me up from Nashville, and he said, Oak Ridge Boys are looking for some songs. We need to write them one. I think I can get it to them. So I turned around and got all my Oak Ridge Boys stuff out and started listening to it. And I said, you know, these guys are homey as all get out. I said, we need to concentrate on something very homey. He said, well, I've been working on one called Down South. So we wrote it, liked it so well. I said, let's not give it to the Oak Ridge Boys. I said, I like this. Let's just put it on my CD. Actually, that's a damn lie. We gave it to them. They didn't like it and gave it back to us. Had to cut my own switch when I didn't do what Mama told me to. Yes, ma'am, sticks in the back of your throat, knowing what she's gonna do. That's the cost of a little white lie that just flew right out of my mouth. Thinking back to that old summer memory, a picture postcard from down south. Down south, where I grew up, was a better time than today. Down south, where I grew up, living that good old southern way. Down south was more a way of life than a place on a map. Chicken dinners and fishing on Sunday, living next to Grandma and my pap. Lord, there ain't no better place than down south. That little Baptist church saw every misgivings from my youth. Thank God one sunbright Sunday morning found love and I found truth. Well, Ed Whitehead on that general store, I could walk there from my house, grab bread and milk for Mama to cook, put on Daddy's bill down south. Down south, where I grew up, was a better time than today. Down south, where I grew up, living that good old southern way. Down south, right more wealth than a place on a map. Chicken dinners and fishing on Sunday, living next to Grandma and my pap. Lord, there ain't no better place than down south. Time stands still and seasons change. We believe and the choir still sings. But what means the most are these little things. and a hug still stops the hands of time. Down south where I grew up was a better time than today. Down south where I grew up, living that good old southern way. Lord, there ain't no better place than down south. There ain't no place I'd rather be than down south. Living in the U.S. of A. Down south.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. For those of you that have never been to one, we are doing what we call a Nashville round or a round, and a round is, he goes back over to him. If there were three of us, it'd go back to the next person. And
In some places, it's called a line. But here it's called a round.
Exactly. We don't play in the round. If we did, you guys would be in the we'd be in the middle and everybody'd be around us. But this is a round. So I don't know why I decided to tell you that. It just
This is an educational experience for everyone.
well, and you are better for it. Don't worry about that. You know.
We're still wondering why they gave that song back.
There you go. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Song.
Well, you know, they don't look like a very smart bunch of guys, I guess. I don't know. Oh, this is on the internet. Never mind. Dwayne, we love you.
I'm going to play, this is kind of a drinking song, but kind of a dream song, actually. I had this little...
Is this like dreaming of drinking? I don't mean to interrupt.
Kind of,
okay.
yeah.
I'm dreaming
Well,
of drinking.
I'll set the scene. In my dream, I was driving around with a 6-pack of beer, and I ended up in a church parking lot. And I found Jesus in the parking lot drinking a beer with him. This is a very, very interesting story. I must have been drinking pretty hard that night. That's all I can tell you. It's called Me and Jesus Having a Beer. But it's a good story, so listen up. It's just one of those nights. I was driving around. And somehow I ended up on the other side of town. I pulled into a church parking lot. The only soul there left to be found. The sign said, "Come as you are. You're always welcome here." So I pulled up in the light and I opened another beer. I was just sitting there reading the label, and I heard a familiar voice in my ear. He said, "Son, I'm glad to see you back. I hope you brought enough for two." I offered him a cold one. He said, "I don't mind if I do. That's all right. Here's to a pretty night." We talked all about the broken pieces of my life, my 5 minutes of fame, about all my ex-wives. And I got over them, but talking about the kids must have plucked out my eyes. I put on my sunglasses and I blamed it on the light. The truth is, I guess I didn't want him to see me cry. We're just sitting there in the car. Him, me, and my pride. Well, here's to the salt in your eyes, son, and your sordid past. But you can take it from me, sometimes we all end up on our ass, and it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Here's to a pretty night. How about a little church music, son, for you? Make you feel good inside. When I woke up, all my empty cans were gone. I felt rested. Been a while since I slept that long. I had this idea for song. A song about me and Jesus having a beer, just the two of us in a 98 Cavalier. We were navigating through times that weren't quite so clear. Sometimes we need a father, sometimes we need a friend. If you can take that advice from me, then you can make it up to them, and it'll be all right. Here's to a pretty night. If you have any more questions, you can stop by anytime. Anytime, day or night. Be all right. Thank you. Thank you much.
How many in here have seen us before? 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. 7. Have not, or have. Okay, have not.
Not.
Okay. I was going to a songwriting session about 4 years ago, 5 years. I keep telling this story, and each year I keep leaving a year out because the time goes so fast. But it was when gas was so expensive. However long ago that was. It was like $4 a gallon. It cost me $100 to put gas in my van, and I had to go across the mountain, and I called these guys up on the way, and I said, we better have something good to write because I'm coming that way, and I've spent $100 in gas. Come on in. And so I told him, I said, we better have something good to write because I just spent $100 on gas, and I'm coming that way. And I said, it's just a damn shame you got to spend so much for a gallon of gas. And the guy said, that's the first line of the next song we're going to write. So I went across the mountain, and I'm thinking of all these lines about gas being so much and trying to make everything rhyme and heavy, cool songs or lines about it and everything. Got over there. It's the only song about gas that made it in the song. But what happened is, as we were writing, we started writing about everything that pissed us off. And we ended up like 14, 15 verses. We only needed 3. So as we left, and I would walk back out to get in my van, they handed me the song. I needed one more line. It wasn't finished. And I called them back up a couple of days later. I said, I got it. And I said, there's only one thing about it. I said, now I've turned it into a love song, which pissed them off. And it's called It's a Shame. And the bad thing about it is except for the gallon of gas, it pretty much is still timely. It's a shame we pay so much for a gallon of gas. It's a shame we rank our leaders, letting this country fall flat on its ass. We've voted all this change, but we're no better than before. But it's a damn shame, as much as I loved you, I don't love you anymore. That's the love part right there. And it's a shame the Pontiac Trans Am is gone. And it's a shame Axel and Slash can't get along. And it's a shame we can't turn on the radio and hear a good song. But it's a damn shame, as much as I loved you, I don't love you anymore. It's a shame there ain't no trust in the common man. It's a shame we can't make a living in a good rock and roll band. Well, I ain't got no peace of mind the minute my feet reach to the floor. But it's a damn shame, as much as I loved you, I don't love you anymore. Well, you can't work, you can't eat. Most people can't even see their feet. Well, there's a pill for every ill that I'll kill you before you get well. This whole world's become a damn shame. No one wants to communicate. By the way, still don't love you, can you tell? It's a shame the Pontiac Trans Am is gone. It's a shame Axel and Slash can't get along. It's a shame you can't turn on the radio and hear a good song. But it's a damn shame, as much as I loved you, I don't love you anymore. It's a damn shame, as much as I loved you, I don't love you anymore. It's a damn shame, as much as I loved you, I don't love you anymore.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm going to tell you about the most interesting funeral I ever went to. This is another drinking song, believe it or not. Another drinking song. I was in Nashville. I was invited to a celebration of life for a famous songwriter. I won't go to that extent yet, but it was at the Country Music Hall of Fame. And Garth Brooks was actually there. Pretty cool. Anyway, this man's wife is a good friend of mine, and she invited me and everybody else to come to a place called Loser's Bar afterwards, because she wanted to make everyone tomato and mayonnaise sandwiches. And she had Granger County tomatoes, which if you've ever had Granger County tomato, that is the bomb. Anyway, we ended up on the back patio at Loser's Bar in Nashville. And she was making everybody sandwiches, and she had somebody get out his old Taylor guitar. And there was a lot of people there that had co-written with him and knew his songs, so they were all just playing these songs in the circle. And I didn't know any of his songs to play, so I just kind of got me a bucket of beer and leaned up against the wall, and I was just taking it all in. I was like, wow, this is great. And I just happened to look over her shoulder into the corner, and on a bar table under a neon sign was his ashes, watching this whole thing. And he was the kind of guy that would have wanted that he would have wanted to be there with all those people. He was extremely only person I ever met in my life louder than Justin Mychals. His name was Kim Williams. This song is called "On My Way to Heaven, Take My Ashes to a Bar." On my way to heaven, take my ashes to a bar. When the clock strikes 11, break out my old guitar for one last happy hour to wash away my sins and break some bread with all my rowdy friends. Sit me on a table beneath a neon sign, so all my friends can see me have a damn good time. And when you've got more memories than dreams, it's time to go. I know, but I just wanna go out slow. On my way to heaven, when we get back in the car, crank the radio up to 11 and look up at the stars, 'cause that's where I'll be headed to reunite with my kin. But till then, a toast with all my friends. Sit me on a table beneath the neon sign, so all my friends can see me have a damn good time. When you've got more memories than dreams, it's time to go. I know, I just wanna go out slow. Well, my friends, it's time for my ship to set sail. So tonight, I'm gonna make an ash out of myself. Sit me on a table beneath a neon sign, so all my friends can see me have a damn good time. When you've got more memories than dreams, it's time to go. I know, but I just wanna go out slow. Go out slow. On my way to heaven. Thank you.
Tell him who Kim is.
That fella's name was Kim Williams. He wrote 3 Wooden Crosses for Randy Travis, Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up for Garth Brooks, and about 50 or 60 other #1 hits.
Papa Love Mama and The Devil Dances in Empty Pockets are the first 2 that I know of from Joe Diffie.
Last time I saw Kim, he actually played at The Devil Danced in Empty Pockets. Amazing.
Yeah, and he happened to be from Kingsport, Tennessee, originally, which is where we're from. So, kind of close to our hearts. All righty. A friend of mine came. I have a friend here from high school that lives in Haymarket, and he saw online when I was going to be here, and came up and I begged Raleigh to let him come. He said to do this song. In our hometown in East Tennessee, this man walked the streets. His name was Paul. And when we were in our teens and early 20s, Paul, you could always see him on the street. He was about this tall, always wore an overcoat no matter what time of year, always had an old hat on, and he'd carry his guitar around his shoulders like this. Had a big hole in the guitar right here. And he had 3 strings on it. He had 2 keys, and the 3rd string was held by a nail that he had put in right there, and he ran that nail around it. And he would come out and play for anybody that would stand on a street corner and listen to him and bang that guitar. And when he didn't have anybody to play to, he would turn and play to the mannequins on the main street of town in the window displays. You remember back in the olden days before malls? I'm dating myself. It was 10, 15 years ago. Keep up with me. They would have display windows, obviously, up and down, and he would play to the mannequins, and he would hunt out the girls that he wanted to play to and then play not-so-nice songs to them. So as I became a songwriter, Paul would cross my mind a lot, because one day we were out there and we were kind of egging him on to play, and a guy said, y'all ought to quit making fun of Paul. Said he used to play on the Grand Ole Opry when he was in his late teens, early 20s. And my question was, what could take a man from going to the pinnacle of country music, which is, in our minds, the Grand Ole Opry, and take him down to playing with 3 strings on his guitar and playing to mannequins. So I'm not sure exactly this is what happened, but this is kind of, I took a little bit of, what is it, artist liberty or writer's liberty on this. It's called Ramblin' Paul. It's for you, buddy. Paul walked by the window on a frosty winter morn. A friend who was there with me asked me where he'd come from. Had his guitar on his shoulders and his bottle in his hand. I took a sip of coffee, told my friends about that man. Came out of Big Stone Gap, Virginia, when he was just a kid. Played a guitar fast as lightning, like no one ever did. I said, you got no way of knowing, but that man's been through it all. Once played the bright lights of the Opry, now we call him a Ramblin' Paul. With 3 strings on his guitar, wrote the fate of Ramblin' Paul. Once he played a flat top, the best you ever saw. A pound of whiskey in his pocket brought about his fall. The best string bender from Virginia, a kid named Ramblin' Paul. Played without our favorites up on that hallowed stage. But the best years of his life turned to an angry drunken rage. His demons turned him back to the streets of Bristol town. He was searching in that bottle for the life that he drank down. One day I stood and watched him as he sang into the glass. But the girls behind the window didn't care about his past. He sang about his loves and his life that just broke down. Took a drink from his pint bottle, walked away from Bristol town. kid named Ramblin' Paul. Well, the bright lights faded softly one cold December day. Curled up with his bottle, his torment finally slipped away. Those 3 strings on his guitar couldn't soothe his drunken rage. Lord, I wished I could have seen him when the strings were all in place. With 3 strings on his guitar, wrote the fate of Ramblin' Paul. Once he played a flat top, the best you ever saw. Pound of whiskey in his pocket, brought about his heart. The best string bender from Virginia, a kid named Ramblin' Paul. The best string bender from Virginia, Lord, the kid named Ramblin' Paul.
Very cool.
Thank you. Off the Mandolin Morning CD.
This is a neat little song. We have a good buddy up in Kingsport named Benny Wilson. I don't know if any of you have ever come up through that area or not, but if you're ever through that area, you will hear Benny Wilson. We decided to write this little tune. It's kind of a Latin-y flavor, like a little Santana feeling. Do you want to take a walk with me? If you do, baby, hold my hand. Would you like to spend some time with me? If you do, baby, I'm your man. We could fly to the moon and back, or we could take my daddy's car. Place you up, heaven can't be that far. This could be just the right night for you to spread your wings and fly. Anywhere with you is paradise. Everything I've always wanted, I can see through your disguise. You're an angel in my eyes. Let the day slip away. If you do, baby, then it's gone. Do you live for the moment? Hey, if you do, baby, is it wrong? We could saddle Pegasus, we could ride to the nearest star. After all, wild horses run, but nobody knows how far. This could be just the right night for you to spread your wings and fly. Anywhere with you is paradise. Everything I've always wanted, I can see through your disguise. You're an angel in my eyes. This could be just the right night for you to spread your wings and fly. Anywhere with you is paradise. Everything I've always wanted, I can see through your disguise. You're an angel. This could be just the right night for you to spread your wings and fly. Anywhere with you is paradise. Everything I've always wanted, I can see through your disguise. You're an angel in my eye, an angel in my eye.
Killer. We're going to do more and more and take a little small break and then come back and do a few more for you guys, if that's okay. I think we're closing at, what, 2:30 tonight? 2:45.
Cool. We'll do a few extra. Yeah.
You bring out the best in Raleigh, don't you? Absolutely. Yeah, well, thank you. I'm here for you. We're going to have another little tasting a little bit later. So if anybody be around. And we do, like I said, we have some merch around. If you haven't got any T-shirts or CDs, most of these songs or all of these songs are on CDs over there. Just ask us which ones. And if you any particular song you liked, we'll sure let you take us home with you tonight, if you'd like. 1983, if I have my dates right, they came through and tore the shed down behind my grandmother's house. And I'm backing up, but I have a CD called Lilac, and everybody always asks me, why do I call it Lilac? Well, this is why. In 83, they tore my grandmother's smokehouse down, and my grandfather passed away in 1957. But in the 40s and 50s, his favorite drink, because he was in a dry county, was Lilac aftershave. And I have one of the bottles that he drank out of, and it says on the bottle it was 50% methyl alcohol. So it was like taking a shot of Turkey 101 or maybe some moonshine. And actually there's an article that my cousin found in the paper from 1954 from Kingsport, and it said, one guy said, 2 bottles of 8-ounce Lilac, and you were there. So when they tore the smokehouse down, they found hundreds of empty bottles up in the smokehouse, and some of them were broken. But what would happen is he would apparently go down to the corner drugstore, buy him an 8-ounce bottle of aftershave, take it home, hide in the smoke shack, drink it, and then throw his evidence up into the top of the smokehouse. Nobody knew it forever until however many years it is between 57 and 83. I don't have my boots off. I can't count that far. From East Tennessee, give me a break, okay? But he kept that a secret. Nobody knew it, and that's what they figured out that he did. So one night, he was apparently an extremely polarizing young man, and people either loved him or hated him. There was absolutely no in between from all the stories that I heard about him. And what was interesting is most of the men really loved him, and most of the women really hated him. I don't know exactly what that means, but that's the way it was. So I took all the stories that I had heard about him, and there's a lot, even without the Lilac. And the Lilac bottle was sitting on the table one night, and I needed one more song for my CD, and I didn't have a title cut. I didn't have anything. And it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. I looked over that bottle sitting there staring at me that my cousin had given me. And I started thinking of all those stories and stuff, and this is kind of what I came up with. It's called Lilac. I hope you enjoy Meet My Grandfather. I've heard that he was a simpleton, childlike in many ways. He'd rather gamble than work. He lived life like a bird. Most times just up and fly away. Tied down by no possessions, just one suit an old pair of scuffed up shoes. It wasn't hard for him to pack and leave, go live another dream. Every time the rent was due, lilac was the color of his world, not dusty gray or black. He hid his days bathed in the soothing color of violet, and drowned in the sweet smell of his lilac. I never really knew him per se, only through the eyes of others. Most said he was no count, I think he was a dreamer. Lilac found something better. Grandma always stood by her man. Forgiveness she never lacked. Pa would paint all the colors of her rainbow, those wonderful shades of lilac. And lilac was the color of his world, not dusty gray or black. He hid his days bathed in the soothing color of violet, drowned the sweet smell of his lilac. He hid his days bathed in the soothing color of violet, drowned the sweet smell of his lilac. Thank you so much, Jeff Lane, Justin Mychals. We're going to take a little short break and give you guys a chance to get up and stretch your legs and stuff, and let Raleigh fix some more drinks for you. And are we off the internet? Yeah. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Here's Mr. Jeff Lane on the internet. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate everybody being here.
She left BFE to go see the world. Big town dream from my small town girl. She always said that I was her best friend. Well, I was thinking, and one thing was true. I didn't have anything to lose, so I figured I'd go out on a limb. I sent her a message from a friend. Say you won't, honey, say you will. Meet me down at the port of Mobile. The boat leaves in 24 hours. I guess we'll see. Come with me on this Caribbean cruise. You can pack light, girl, you won't need shoes. I heard you're still looking for sights to see. By the way, there ain't no strings with love. Your BFF from BFE. All inclusive and duty free. And I want you to sail away with me on this 10-day voyage. You just might find things ain't always what they seem to be, honey. You need a break from reality, a little time to leave it all behind. This might be the best time of your life. Say you won't, honey, say you will. Meet me down at the port of Mobile. The boat leaves in 24 hours. Guess we'll see. Come with me on this Caribbean cruise. You can pack light, girl, you won't need shoes. I heard you're still looking for sights to see. By the way, there ain't no strings with love. Your BFF from BFE. If you decide to come, then I'll be waiting by the sea. But if you don't, honey, that's all right with me. It ain't no BFD. Say you won't, honey, say you will. Meet me down at the port of Mobile. The boat leaves in 24 hours. I guess we'll see. Come with me on this Caribbean cruise. You can pack light, girl, you won't need shoes. I heard you're still looking for sights to see. By the way, there ain't no strings with love. Your BFF from BFE.
Woo! Yeah. Cool.
I like that one.
Well, I'm rather overwhelmed. I had quite a few requests on this break. Appreciate it. Inviting everybody back from the internet. Justin Mychals, Jeff Lane.
Hello.
We're at O'Reilly's Pub in beautiful downtown Haymarket, Virginia. You know, so if everybody is here in O'Reilly's, can you please let everybody on the internet know you're here? See, we got people. You thought I was pulling your leg, didn't you?
Thought it was just us sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, that's what we did last night. How many caught the show last night in our hotel room? You know, out there.
Nobody?
Nobody here.
Come on.
Part of it. So we got a part of it over here. Right up till the time we started singing. Is that? Exactly. I got you. All right. Well, once again, thank you so much for asking for the songs. This is I get a lot of requests for this as we're going through and doing these shows, and I appreciate it. In 1927, I sang about my mom's dad, my maternal grandfather earlier. He was the lilac drinker, And the other grandfather, my dad's granddad, or my dad's dad, he was a moonshiner. And the reason he was a moonshiner is he lived in Southwest Virginia in the early 20s with 5 kids, and his wife had passed away. And he decided that he didn't want to go down in the ground and coal mine, so he wanted to be a moonshiner. And one night some guys came up and tried to steal his moonshine out of the wagon as he was going down the road to deliver it. A gunfight ensued because they wasn't going to take it from him, and a couple of guys got shot dead, and there was some guys in his wagon too. So everybody was shooting at everybody, and somebody got killed on the other side. My grandfather got sent to the Richmond State Pen. They found out later that he did not pull the trigger that shot the guy, and that's another story and another song. But that left my dad in charge of the 5 kids at 11 years old, and he had to go down into the coal mines and work at 11. And as he told me the story, kind of flipped me out because I didn't realize it when he first told me. And I asked him, I said, what was it like? And he said, well, I didn't like it. And he said, he said, I knew I was going to die down in there if I didn't do something. So I came up one day, and he said, I coughed up a big old wad of coal dust. And I went across the ridge and got a job with the guys that had hired his dad, and got a job running moonshine at 12. And I asked him, I said, well, how'd that work out? And he said, I made $1 a day mining coal and $2 a day running moonshine. He said, what the hell would you have done? So as soon as everybody step back. I'm the professional here. I'm going to plug my guitar in. We were on break there for a bit. This is called Miners and Shiners. It's pretty much a true story, top to bottom, about my daddy and my granddaddy. 2 things made a living round here in the 20s. Most folks murdered, poor Lord, none had plenty. You broke your backs down in them dark coal mines, or you hid in the hills where you brewed that shine. Granddaddy swore he'd never crawl down in the ground, so he brewed his shine, Lord, and spread it all around. One night on the run, he got jacked in the heels, or got away, Lord, 2 got killed. A damn good gun, he told the judge, caused him to sin. Granddaddy spent 4 years in the Virginia State Pen. Left Daddy in charge of our mouths to feed. So Daddy went down deep in the mines to earn his keep. Daddy was a black-faced, hard-working, pushing the dust coal miner. Granddaddy was a gun-tote, son of a bitch, spit in your face, moonshiner. Ain't but 2 paths to follow, Lord, you gotta take one. Do you follow his daddy, or do you follow his son? Daddy worked hard down in the deep, dark mines. Our granddaddy was in Richmond doing his time. Daddy worked like a man to be 11 years old. Made $1 a day digging that black dust gold. Granddaddy got parole, lost 4 years in the pen. Swore he was never going back there again. Pulled a gun on a man down at the hardware store. Daddy came up from hell. Lord, he spilled out the dust. Knowed he'd wind up dead, full of rust. He thought about Granddaddy doing his time. So then he threw down his pick, Lord, and started running to shine. Daddy was a black-faced, hard-working, pushing the dust cold miner. Granddaddy was a gun-toting son of a bitch, spitting your face, moonshiner. He put two paths to follow. Lord, you gotta take one. Do you follow his daddy, or do you follow his son? Two things made a living round here in the 20s. Most folks word poor Lord done had plenty. Thank you so. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for asking.
Anybody here got Spotify? All right, we got one. Man, that's such a letdown. We're both trying to promote our Spotify channels. Well, it's weird because, I'm not the younger generation. And I went on Facebook one day, and I asked, whoever's listening to my Facebook page what their number one music was, where they go. And it was a tie between Spotify and YouTube. And then the second place tie was between Pandora and whatever the other one is. Can't even remember now. But anyway, both of us are trying to promote our Spotify channels. And I'm getting ready to release this song.
All right, well, just be happy that there's one hip chick
There's
in
one.
here.
There's one.
There's one hip chick in here.
All right. Make sure we get one Spotify follow.
I got you. I can hear that conversation. I can hear that conversation now. Honey, if you'll go to Spotify, there's two really old guys that you need to be listening to. And they're really cool. Trust me on this. I know you're only 12, but trust me on this.
Yeah. And
Thank you.
They
I appreciate
They play
it.
electronica and rap.
No, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I'm releasing this song on December 2nd, and I'm going to do the stripped-down version of it. It's a pretty interesting tune called Downhill From Here. I try my best not to blink my eyes, 'cause we all know just how time flies. Let me know when the coast is clear. Looks like it's all downhill from here. When my father was half my age, he was a looker, yeah, women sure loved his face. The apple didn't fall very far from the tree. I became a father when I was 18. I sold my guitar and my first gun. Oh, a small price to pay for being so damn young. spoiled the first bite of the American dream. Yeah, we lived in a yard barn and we burned kerosene. I try my best not to blink my eyes, 'cause we all know just how time flies. Let me know when the coast is clear. Looks like it's all downhill from here. Traded highway miles to make ends meet. It's hard for me to ride in a passenger seat. My little girls are women now, and they don't call. It's hard for me to ride on their walls. Lessons we learned, and I paid my dues. All my memories are on the bottom of my boots. Seems like those years were uphill climb. Oh, what do I do now, Lord, that I'm running out of time? I try my best not to blink my eyes, 'cause we all know just how time flies. Let me know when the coast is clear. Looks like it's all downhill from here. The older I get, the more afraid I am. I've lived a lifetime wrong. I missed my chance, oh, to place my bet. Who'll play my hand when I'm gone? When I'm gone. When I'm gone. Thank you.
Every good songwriter, or every bad songwriter, every songwriter's got a song about being on the road. This is mine. Raleigh likes it. It's his place, so I'm going to play the damn thing. Forever rainbow stretched before me now. The engines whine and the guitar sing, but every time I take the stage I'm somewhere different. While you're at home holding down our dreams. What are the colors of this forever rainbow? The bright, pretty or dark and gray. When one dream becomes two, may not find a place to grow. Show me the colors forever rainbow. Forever rainbows get longer. Mile marker signs lead the way. But this phone lets me know the life I'm missing while I'm singing a song 1,000 miles away. What are the colors of this forever rainbow? The bright, pretty, or dark and gray? When one dream becomes two, may not find a place to grow. What are the colors of? Show me the colors forever rainbow. And I tell myself I will do better, to be the cool touch that a lover ought to be. And God only knows how much I love them. Does it mean that I sacrifice my dream? Forever rainbow takes me home now. Shoulders are cold for a couple days, but from the storms come the rainbows. We know both dreams are just one in a way. What are the colors of this forever rainbow? They're bright, pretty, or dark and gray. When one dream becomes two, may not find a place to grow. What are the colors of? Show me the colors. What are the colors of? Show me the colors, forever rainbow.
Yeah.
Thank you so for Mr. Raleigh.
Okay, I've got another drinking song for you.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Do you guys see a theme going here at all?
There is no problem here, I promise.
Moonshine, drinking, having a beer.
This is a song about taking your wife out for a 40th birthday party and what could happen. All right? Has anybody here experienced that? Huh?
Which wife?
Huh?
Which wife?
I don't remember. It's called What the Hell Were You Drinking? Last night we went out to your favorite spot in town to throw down with some James Brown and Johnny Cash. All your girlfriends came along with matching t-shirts on that said 40th birthday bash. Was it the neon lights? Was it whiskey and wine that made you want to show your ass? What the hell were you drinking that made you climb on that bar? Tie a knot in your top and drop it like it's hot. You were dancing with the stars. You were stripping for money at Coyote Ugly, and you brought the keys to my car. What the hell were you thinking? were high on the town, something brought you down. Did you get bombed by a B-52? Was it the warm fuzzy peach or the sex on the beach? Honey, what did they give you? When you tried to confess, I could tell by your breath it was stronger than 80 proof. What the hell were you drinking that made you climb on that bar and tie a knot in your top, drop it like it's hot? You were dancing with the stars. You were stripping for money at Coyote Ugly, and you lost the keys to our car. What the hell were you thinking? What the hell were you drinking that made you climb on that bar, tie a knot in your top, and drop it like it's hot? You were dancing with the stars. You left for an hour with the girl selling flowers, and somebody slashed their tires. What the hell were you thinking? What the hell were you drinking? Hey! I got some drinking songs.
All of them are true stories, man. What the heck?
To somebody it was.
He's not going to admit it because he don't want to. It was his fourth wife, and he don't want to admit that he's been married that many times. All right. Well, keeping in line with the theme here, drinking songs. There's nothing like a good shot of bourbon or a good shot of moonshine or nice, good stuff. And the last thing you need is, if you want to sit at a table and contemplate and think and enjoy the drink, as we say in East Tennessee, the drink, you don't want anybody coming over and bothering you, especially if it's the memory of one of your ex-wives. So this is called Between the Whiskey and Me. I hope you enjoy it. Don't take this so personal, 'cause it don't involve you. This glass and me are talking, we can have a fifth through. It told me to hold on. Every lie you told, that's true. But tonight, why can't you see? It's just between the whiskey and me. So pour your memory down. Tonight I sang the drops left. This drink between my worst and best, stronger than my last breath. Don't think you have saying this, 'cause this bottle set me free. Tonight it's just between whiskey and me. Yes, I'll have to let you go. There's nothing else left for me. Finally took me to the ground, you, the whiskey, and me. Pain of an empty glass makes it clear enough to see. Tonight it's just between whiskey and me. So pour your memory down, not a single drop is left. Straight between my worst and best, stronger than my last breath. Don't think you have saying this, 'cause this bottle set me free. Tonight it's just between whiskey and me. Tonight it's just between Lord whiskey and me.
Great song.
Thank you. That's off the Lilac CD, which we happen to have. Like I said, all of these songs tonight are on one of those CDs over there someplace. We're not rogue enough to play you stuff that we've not recorded yet. We might be stupid enough to, but we've not rogue enough to.
Surprise, another drinking song. It's called Mountain Time.
That's 3 in a row.
Was it 3 or 4?
That's 3 in a row.
I don't know. I like drinking. Hey! I knew she'd show up. I've been thinking about mountain time, the sweet smell of honeysuckle in my mind. Mister, give me 3 steps and I'll be gone. There's nothing better on a Friday night than a Pabst Blue Ribbon and Charlie Pride in the green, green grass of home. It won't be long, I'll be long gone. I've been thinking about mountain time, my finger on the push button, 4-wheel drive. Can't wait to get this thing off-road. Punch a few holes in a jar tonight, then I'll fill it on up with some fireflies. We'll all sit back and watch it glow. Yeah, we all know I like to watch things glow. Ready, set, go. Watch everybody get low. So I make the time, 'cause it feels so right. And I can't get enough mountain time. Come on everybody, it's mountain time. Put your pedal to the metal, we can party all night. When we wake up in the morning, we can drink another beer, 'cause they ain't no rules with the squirrels and deer. Well, I reckon the city's fine. I hang out in the bars when the sun don't shine. But after too much, it feels like work. Now there's something about mountain time, like a touch of religion inside my mind when I put my hands in the dirt. There's an angel in the dirt. There's an angel in my dirt. So I make the time. It feels so right. And I can't get enough mountain time. Come on everybody, 'cause they ain't no rules with the squirrels and deer.
Woo! Yeah.
That's East Tennessee music right there.
Right there it is. All right. Let's see how much time we got. Like I said, I got a whole bunch of requests here I'm trying to get in before we have to quit.
Get them.
All right. I got to send this one out to the money taker tonight.
Okay.
She's important around here. And she's pretty. And she took money up for us. I ain't got it from her yet, but she took it up.
I think she's about to leave.
Well, gotta go. Yeah. Don't give it to Jeff, whatever you do. I play a lot down at the beach through the summertime. Everybody up here knows it. Thanks for appreciate it. Thank you. And I've met a lot of you down there, and you still decided to come tonight, which is beyond me, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I always ask this when I do this song because it kind of leads into it. How many have ever seen a bright full moon on the ocean or on the inlet down there? It is an amazing, amazing sight. One night, my wife, who was just my girlfriend then, way, way back, I'd been on the road for a while. We hadn't seen each other in a couple of months, and she came down and we got there. And at the end of the night of my job, we went to a place called Polly's Point. And when we got there, Polly's Point is this expanse of wide, open, white beach that's probably 300 yards wide, and then way down, and then it's an opening. It's an inlet opening where the ocean comes into the inlet down there and feeds Polly's Inlet or whatever they call it there. And it's a beautiful, beautiful expanse of beach. It's just not that one little strip and then other stuff. So we were down there walking around, and it was so dark you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. It was, and I didn't really pay attention why, but it was just dark. And then, did I mention we were having a really good time? We were getting to know each other again. And as we were walking and talking, and I had my arm around her, and we had a good time. We were having a good time. Write that down. And then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the clouds parted, and this big white full moon popped out, and it looked like Times Square when it hit the ocean and came back on us. You could see everything. It really, seriously, it was amazing. I had to squint. It was so bright. And I did mention we were having a good time right up to that point. She looked at me and she said, "Wow, it is so cool to fall in love under a Carolina moon." Right then at that point, the entire night went to hell in a handbasket. And the reason being is you don't give a line like that to a songwriter.
It's not possible.
Without losing the songwriter. Boy or girl, doesn't matter. So I couldn't keep my hand off my phone, and I kept going back, and she's like, "What the hell are you doing?" Actually, she said, "What the heck are you doing?" She didn't talk like that. I'm only one that talks like that in the family. And I said, "Well," I said, "you gave me this line, and I got to write it down, and then all these other lines started coming, and it just, I ruined the night for us as far as having a good time." She still liked me, thank God. But the only thing that came out of it is she looked at me and she pointed straight in my face and she said, "This better be a damn good song." So,
great song.
This is called Carolina Moon, and this is to you, darling. Used to play tag when we were kids. Doesn't seem that long ago when you fell down and skinned your knees. I'd pick you up and hold you close. Hasn't changed that much through all these years. I'm still here, Lord, to wipe away your tears. And I'll be there, shining came time for us to grow. We ran the dirt roads of Carolina every day, facing the fears of this big old world. Together we learned how to live, love, and pray. Hasn't changed that much through all these years. I'm still here, Lord, to drive away your fears. And I'll be there to shine down on you like a Carolina moon, soft night in the middle of June. Like a Carolina moon, I'll be there. Together we walk, two as one, hand in hand through eternity, close to God every day. Have a piece of my heart till I'm in my grave. Last time I pledged my heart to you, neath this Carolina moon. Look into your eyes to say goodbye on a soft warm night in the middle of June. You gave me everything all through these years. Smile and say goodbye, Lord. Wipe away my tears. And I'll be there to shine down on you like a Carolina moon on a soft warm night in the middle of June. Like a Carolina moon, I'll be there shining down on you like a Carolina moon, soft one night in the middle of June. Like a Carolina moon, I'll be there. Thank you.
We're just having this conversation a little earlier, and I mentioned my grandmother. It made me think about this song. I'm going to do this tonight. I had my grandmother passed away last year, well, this year, actually earlier this year, and she was in a nursing home for about a year and a half, I guess. When she first went in, she had a broken hip, and she was right at 90 when she went in, and it was for recovery. They were going to like rehabilitate her or whatever. So she told me that she would really like to have some coffee with French vanilla creamer in it, right? So that's what she had every morning. So I started taking it to her in the nursing home in the mornings. And to make a long story short, a year in, she had to stay. But you can't just stop taking your grandmother coffee in the mornings. They get really mean about that kind of stuff, you know what I'm talking about. So while I was going through this place every morning, I got to realizing and seeing things that were happening in the grand scheme of things. And I realized that while she was there, her sight was going away, and she couldn't really see anybody anymore. She was losing her memory, you know, and she would ask, like if people came to see her, she would say, you know, I'm sorry I don't remember you, but who are you? Tell me who you are, and whatever. She knew that they were there for. And but walking through those halls every day, you see a lot of this going on both sides. And I think a lot of people have probably been through this before and seen this. It's one of my favorite songs, and means a lot to me. It's called Moving On. They say I've had a real good life with family and friends. I can't remember them now, but I feel their hands. Those spoken words I don't hear well anymore. Time is louder than ever before. As I roll around so slow, with nowhere to go, I know this place ain't my home. Soon I'll be moving on. Moving on. All of us out here in this long white hall, with broken down bones, we must seem so small. Behind these cloudy eyes, this drawn up face, it's the man I used to be. From a better place. Now outside room 304, I wait by the golden door that doesn't touch the floor. And soon I'll be moving on. Moving on. Soon I'll be moving on. I'll be moving on. I'll be moving on. Thank you.
Ooh, yeah. We got time for what? One more? Many as you want? Well, huh? We're going to 2:30. You heard it from the man himself.
It's like 2:26 right now. You got just time for one more.
We got time. 2:26. We'll do as many as you guys want to stay in. We don't have any place to be till 7 tomorrow night, which will be at El Centro's if you guys would like to come by in beautiful downtown Winchester. I don't know how many people are close to that. You close to Winchester? Killer! So you'll be there tomorrow night? Sure. See you then.
With 72 of your closest friends.
Absolutely. We'll be at El Centro's tomorrow night, starting about 7 o'clock. So that was a good way to segue into that. Sorry about that, Jeff. My buddy that told me earlier about the Oak Ridge boys, he called me up one day and he said, "What was the absolute best time of your life?" And I said, "Bar none, high school." I said, "Where else could Dad give me a car, help me put gas in it? I had no insurance payments, no rent payments, no anything. The only thing I had to do was make D's and C's in high school and keep my average up. And you know, the only thing that was really hard about that was I didn't realize how good I had it in high school because I didn't know how the world was going to kick my ass after I got out. If I would have known that, I probably would have stayed till I was 21 or 22. But I said, bar none, I said, man, I had no responsibilities, and I said, you know, I had a great friends and great teachers, and we had the greatest music in the world. I graduated in 1956, and we had, you know.
56, right?
No. Thank you. 76. Now, see, you made me tell it. Yeah, I graduated in 76, and I graduated when I was
born
13.
in 71.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But we had great music and everything. So he said, I want to write a song called All That Was to Me was, and all that was that particular point in time. And he said, that was the greatest time of my life too. So I said, send it on. So he sent me an email, and the first line of the song was, all that was to me was in the summer of 73. And I looked at it for a minute, shot him back, and I said, that's when Greg introduced Melissa to me. And we were off. And we drove to Nashville one day, and we got a suite in some hotel down there. And Kenneth came over, and we sat down, and we started writing, and this was the first thing that came up on the table. And we had written a bunch of stuff to it, but we finished it off. And what happened in the middle of the writing that became so cool about it was we all three agreed. Jeff was there, I was there, Kenneth was there, and we thought, how cool would it be as a writing exercise to learn to take this song and use as many song titles from the 70s as we could. So that's what we did. It is your job. You are challenged with listening to this song and seeing how many songs you can pick out. If you get the correct number of songs, you win absolutely nothing.
No, give the winner a jar.
Oh, we'll give you a jar. Okay, you will win a jar.
Win a jar.
That we have some really cool decorative mason jars that we are giving away
with water
tonight.
in them. Yeah.
Whatever. But we'll give you a jar, a decorative jar for your table. And if you anybody that guesses it, it's not just one jar. Yeah, so, but listen, this is called All That Was. All that was to me was in the summer of 73. Greg introduced Melissa to me. Boots on, bell-bottom jeans, rock and roll on the radio. 39 cents a gallon, fill the tank, and off we go. Her hair was long and we were cool, and nothing was a thing to do. Those 3 words I said didn't even cross her mind. We didn't take it to the limit one more time. Oh, 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 I listened to the music, cruising broad with a beer or two is where we'd go. that made us all that was. The next page of my life was stuck in 9 to 5. That old suit and tie just took away my drive. I traded all for my old jeans, had some old time rock and roll. It was more than a feeling and I can't let it go. My hair was long and we were cool, and nothing was a thing to do. Those 3 words I said didn't even cross your mind. We didn't take it to the limit one more time. Oh, 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 listen to the music, cruising round with a beer or two, so where we go. Tuesday's gone, my boots are worn. Lord, I miss that buzz, just like her, that car, those nights we loved. I miss everything that made us all that was. Don't stop believing our future lies in the past. That old summer breeze blew by us way too fast. And when the day is done, I'm gonna go right back. Oh, 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 I listen to the music, cruising round with a beer or two, is where we go. Tuesday's gone, my boots are worn. Lord, I miss that buzz, just like her, that car, those nights we loved. I miss everything that made us all that was. I miss everything that made us all that was. I miss everything that made us all that was. Thank you so much. How many? 7, 8. Oh, hush, you've played this game before. Oh, really? Cool. Yes.
Oh.
Can you name your 7? Pretty. What the hell does pretty much mean? Yeah. Uh huh. Okay. Yeah, you got 9 to 5, killer.
Old-time rock and roll was in there.
What I like is when I play this in East Tennessee, people start taking their shoes off. Yeah, to count. No, I'm just kidding. Bada bing. East Tennessee on the internet, calm down. I love you. That's where I'm from. Mwah, love you guys. Calm down. Calm down. All right, did anybody get Summer Breeze? Okay. Did anybody get Bell Bottom Blues? Me. Pick me. Okay. Did anybody get More Than a Feeling? We've said that. Okay. Did anybody get, let's see. Did anybody get Melissa? Yes. I gave that one to you. I love the confidence. Hell yeah, I got that one. Yeah, the one you gave me, I got it.
It's one word. I can remember one word.
All right, well, exactly. Woo. All right. Well, Raleigh got it. There's 13 in there. So if you want to count them out, buy the album. It's on Lilac CD, and you can count it one night and everything. So all right. Would you guys like to hear one more? Okay, each or one more. You need okay. Mr. Jeff Lane, here he is. We'll do one more.
You want to do like something fun?
Go ahead, I don't care. Something fun. Yeah, let's do something fun.
All right, we're going to do a cover song for you.
What are we doing? Oh, okay.
Y'all can sing this with us. Some people call me the space cowboy. Some call me the gangster of love. Some people call me Maurice, as I speak of the pompatus of love. Some people talk about me, baby. They say I'm doing you wrong, doing you wrong. So don't you worry, mama. 'Cause I'm right here at home. And I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. Sure don't wanna hurt no one. Y'all gotta help me with this. Woo! You're the cutest thing I ever did see. I really love your peaches, wanna shake your tree. Love me, all the time. Ooh, baby, I should show you a good time. Some people talk about me, baby. Say I'm doing you wrong, But don't you worry now, mama. 'Cause I'm right here at home. And I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, midnight toker. Sure don't wanna hurt no one. Come on, everybody, one more time. I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. Sure don't wanna hurt no one. Here we go. Woo-hoo!
Damn, y'all sound like a bunch of drunks. I
Yeah.
love it.
I saw you giving out samples earlier. That's probably why.
All righty. It has been our sincere pleasure to play for you folks tonight. This is always one of our favorite places to come, O'Reilly's Pub in beautiful downtown Haymarket. I posted that we were going to be here, and about 12 people come back and goes, "Oh, you can't find an address for that in there. Where is it at down there?" And I said, "No." I said, "That's for me to know and you to ask." And Pete showed up. So we would love to come back anytime you guys want to have us. Hint, hint. Thank you.
This has been a pleasure.
And trust me, I don't know how many kept up with what we were doing, but we were supposed to be in Williamsport, Pennsylvania last night. And on Wednesday night, we were in Stanton, Virginia, and we went from Stanton all the way up, and we made it to Chambersburg before we went. We're not going into the heart of Pennsylvania with all this stuff coming because we want to come see you guys.
Yeah.
So we sat in a hotel. We got there about 2 o'clock on Thursday morning, or Wednesday night, Thursday morning, however you call it. And we just left at 10 o'clock this morning, 10:30, and we didn't kill each other. And we did a little Facebook Live last night in the room, and 4 or 5 people came back and commented on the Facebook Live, "Where in the hell are you all at? And how big are the roaches?" But we survived it, and that's part of being on the road, and we love it. But you guys are a bright, bright, bright spot in an otherwise snowy couple of last days. So we appreciate it. And I'm going to close out. This is I have a brand new CD out. Jeff has a new CD out. We hope that you enjoyed this and that you will partake. I also have some T-shirts that are hanging around on the walls up here and everything. And once you wear them 3 or 4 times, they make excellent car wash rags. So, and I have arrived as an artist now because someone, I love this, someone posted a picture and tagged me on it on Facebook, and my T-shirt was in a consignment shop. So I have arrived, and as soon as I get a couple of CDs in the dollar bargain bin at Walmart, I'm going to be there. I have other milestones in my career, but that's about the last one that I've got.
It's kind of like having a kidney stone.
Exactly. Yeah, but boy, doesn't it feel good when it comes through.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! I mentioned my grandmother's house earlier, and where the smokehouse was that my granddad used to drink lilac from. What a weird thing to say sometimes. And we played in the backyard as kids, and right across the alley, there was another backyard to the house that was across the alley behind her. And in that yard, there was a black 1949 stretch Lincoln limo up on blocks. The people that lived in the house, now follow me here if you've been drinking a lot. The people that lived in the house, the lady of the house, her son married a young lady, and the lady of the house did not like the woman that her son married. They did not get along. So the lady of the house made her son and his new wife live in the Lincoln outdoors in the backyard. This is a true story. And at 9 years old, being from East Tennessee, I didn't think this was particularly odd behavior. So, and it was kind of funny. My grandmother's house was up on a hill, and you look down on the backyard, so you could kind of see down into the backyard of the other people, and we would kind of stand around. I love my family. We would stand around and watch them, and she would get out early in the morning and get in front of the rear view, not rear view, but the side mirrors, and do her hair and her makeup. You know, so I grew up watching this, and later on in life, I came up with this hook that I wanted to sing this song out of, and I've had this hook in my back pocket since I've been 19. I've written this song 7 times, or 8, and finally got a version that I liked, and this turned into the sad, 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 sad tale of Betty and Earl. Betty got tired of Earl's drinking. She said, "No more drinking, no more driving, no more picking your drunk ass up at the bar, it's over." What she didn't understand was Earl had an alternative plan. And that's the story that I'm about to tell you. Betty and Earl. Well, Betty threw up her hands and shouted, "I'm putting an end to your fun. I've hit my limit, I got to end it. Your drinking and driving is done." wasn't giving up cars, he wasn't giving up bars, he just built him a new institution. He's out there in the backyard and yelled back in there at Betty in the kitchen and shouted, I'm gonna build me a bar in the back of my car so I can drive myself to drink. Well, my plan's in motion causing such a commotion, Lord, I don't even need to think. I'm just painting Earl's Tavern on the side of the door. It's a four-wheel long and I'm ready to pour. Gonna build me a bar in the back of my car so I can drive myself to drink. Now don't be so hard on Earl and Betty. Earl did just what he had to do. He replaced the motor with a cooler. Now the shifter's the tap for the brew. Well, the trunk's filled up with mixers and ice, whiskey, wine, and some jumper cables. Lord, you might have to stand, cause seating is tight. Where do we put them damn pool tables? Kind of like Raleigh's here. I'm gonna build me a bar in the back of my car so I can drive myself to drink. When happy hour begins, it's 2 for 1 again when the left turn signal blinks. I'm just painting Earl's Tavern on the side of the door. It's a four-wheel long and I'm ready to pour. Gonna build me a bar in the back of my car so I can drive myself to drink. Let's boogie now. Now, Earl's motivation was Betty's ultimatum, which led to this four-wheel honky-tonk libation creation. But it's a pretty cool bar. It's parked in our backyard. She slammed the door on my sins, but now I'm drinking again. So this one's to you, Betty, from Jeff and me and Raleigh and Pete and all my good friends. I went and built me a bar in the back of my car so I can drive myself to drink. When happy hour begins, it's 2 for 1 again when the left turn signal blinks. I'm just painting Earl's Tavern on the side of the door. The honky-tonk's blaring, Lord, I'm ready to pour. Gonna build me a bar in the back of my car so I can drive myself to drink. I went and built me a bar in the back of my car so I can drive myself to drink. Good night, everybody. Jeff Lane, Justin Mychals. We'll see you next time in. Thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate it.